about the science and about the Quran, the bottom line is this. It's not a book about science. Oh, there's scientific things in it. It's not a book of poetry, although it's very poetic and it's very beautiful. It's not a book of history, although it very clearly defines historical things that took place. It's not a book of prophecy, although it prophesied past and future events. It's a book of guidance. That's the specific purpose of the Quran itself. And the purpose of this Quran is to guide who? Mankind and jinn. Because we were only created for one purpose. And Allah tells us in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that He only created us to worship Him alone, without any partners. But how will we know how to do that? Without guidance, people would make up something to represent Allah, and they'd make their own way to worship it. In fact, many people say, well, what difference does it make if I believe in one God? Does it matter how I worship Him? Have you heard that argument? All of us have. Who cares, you know? Guy said he's a Buddhist. Another guy said he's a Hindu. Somebody else said he's a Christian. We all believe there's really only one God. What difference does it make? Leave us alone, you know? We're okay. We're all going to make it, right? Wrong. Wrong. Nobody's religion is going to get to Allah. Nobody's religion will get to Allah. Only the way that Allah has prescribed Himself. So if anybody's made up a way, why would Allah be obliged to accept it? Somebody said, well, I think the best way to worship God is to take a tree, cut it down, and make it in the shape of a big sphere, you know, and a round ball, and then jump up and down in front of it 5 times a day. Huh? Yeah, I like that, he says. No, in fact, I'll pick it up twice every year, and that'll be part of my worship. It's a great big thing, but I'll do that to show how much I love God. But did God ask him to do that? No. He just made it up. I saw Christians, they were weightlifters. They call themselves the power team. Power team for Jesus. Lifting weights for Jesus. On television. Anybody ever heard of that? They did it, man. Lifting weights for Jesus. I guess he appreciated it. Save him all that effort, huh? What kind of stuff is this? Is Allah going to accept that? This is what it means when we talk about in the Deen indallahi al-Islam. Allah is only going to accept that which He has ordained. He's only going to accept that you submit to what He wants you to do. So the only way you can do that is to know what it is. I'm going to conclude tonight's program by mentioning this. Every Muslim every day asks for guidance. All of us do. We're constantly asking Allah to guide us. Some Christians made fun of us for that. Yeah. They said, why? You don't know that you're guided? We are nowhere guided. All we did was say, Jesus is God, Son of God, died on the cross, blah, 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 and now we're guided. Alhamdulillah, we don't have to do anything else. Whereas with us, as Muslims, we're constantly asking Allah, guide us, guide us, guide us.